Let's go to the Liberal member for the Victorian seat of Flinders, Zoe McKenzie. Thanks for joining us, Zoe. Tell us about this housing policy and why the tax advantage given to first home buyers won't push up housing prices.
It's a fantastic policy yesterday, Chris. I've had great response to it in my electorate today. I was walking around the Dramana Industrial Estate, and many of the good folks there that have established small businesses and worked really hard for 40, 50 years, they're the people who are now looking at how they manage to help their kids or grandkids get into the property market. But this will change all of that and mean that kids in their 20s themselves will have confidence that they will be able to get into the market, that they will be able to get a tax deduction up to $650,000 worth of the property. It's a great initiative. It has changed the conversation around property ownership, property aspiration, restoring the dream of home ownership in this country. So it's a very exciting one. Even here down on the peninsula, where about a third of my residents are over 60, but they know the drawdown, they know the responsibility that they feel they have to get their kids and grandkids first step in life. But this is going to change that conversation. The kids will be able to aim to do it themselves in their 20s. And that is a fantastic outcome.
Speaking about the conversation, is there an air of unreality about the general campaign discussion? Because we know Labor is forecasting debt and deficits as far as the eye can see, and they're increasing expenditure all along, both in their budget and in their campaign announcements. Now, you're saying that you'll cut government spending, be more restrained, but there's not really a big focus on this, and you haven't outlined all those areas you're going to cut yet. I mean, the reality this country is going to have to confront is there already, yet we all seem to be ignoring it.
But Chris, in the two funds that we announced last week, we were taking the necessary steps to take responsible action to retire public debt. So those were two future fund-like investments that in time will be able to enable a coalition government to address that public debt with which we are being burdened so greatly by the Labor government at present. Should I say also, given the age of the population here in Flinders, where 34% are over 60, they remember the Howard government's achievement in retiring all net public debt. I remember that day clearly. It was around 2004, 2005, and I remember it as a moment when we could do so much more in government. In the case of I was working in traditional trades and apprenticeships, there was so much more we could invest in, technical colleges and the like, precisely because we weren't paying billions in interest anymore. At the moment, we're paying about $25 billion in interest every year. That's money that could go into services, into education, into health, and into building the infrastructure that we so desperately need. So I think particularly in Flinders, people know that they can trust a coalition government to do the hard work and to make the hard decisions to retire public debt, and they can't trust Labor to take the same discipline to the Australian economy.
Zoe, just quickly, I wonder if I can get your thoughts on any candidates or MPs of any political persuasion paying so-called social media influencers to promote them. Should that always be declared?
Yeah, that interview yesterday was excruciating. Thank you so much for making me watch it a second time. It was just horrendous. And for a crossbench that is so quick to jump to their feet and cry foul for anything that they think they can make a spurious claim about integrity when they're basically doing puff pieces with paid influencers. Honestly, it's like a fashion shoot. It's ridiculous.